Hey y'all, I know. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been doing a lot of things, doing some things. I had field commander tryouts. Today I came across I watched the movie a little bit early. I was watching, if you're all Naruto fans, I've just finished watching Naruto the movie. Tonight we'll probably do a video of that. I don't know, but it's nearly 2 hours long. It's an hour and 58 minutes. So at 6 o'clock, if I can, don't bank on it that I'm actually gonna do it. We're gonna watch it, and we're gonna discover what the meaning of true love really is. Um. So today we're reading our Wattpad StoryTime. We have a new story time. Um. Hold on, let me find it. Today's story is going to be a good one. I'm sorry. This camera sometimes cuts out, means I switch. Today we're going to be reading another fan fiction story. This story is ongoing, so it'll keep writing itself. So let's read the bio because we haven't done the last video. So let's do it. Alright. Years before the events of the Paw Patrol, Ryder didn't have the greatest of childhoods. Childhood kids should have. Now in the present day, the things from his past came back to haunt him physically and mentally. Read on as Katie decides who she truly loves, who is truly the love of her life. While Ryder deals with his pups, his job, and his past, and the girl of his dreams. And we all know who it is. Let's say it together. Katie. That's his girl of her dreams. Probably been listening to Ryder Waves too much. Girl, that was a fake laugh, but it'll eventually genuinely come out. So I know y'all was like, why you always skip? Mind your business. I'm just skipping like into the good parts. Yeah. Hold on. Uh, all right, here we are. Alright, right as POV. So before Katie found that he had a cut on his hand, she was worried. So let's read on. Wait, you don't need to. She was already quite far away from whispering range. I really don't want to fix up the wound now. Not in front of the pups and Katie. She comes back with the first aid kit with a worried look on her face. What you worried for, boo? He sparking anything? Oh my gosh. Ryder, since you're tired and you only have one good hand, I'll do it, she says while smiling. Actually, Katie, it's fine. You don't need to. I don't feel a thing. As soon as I said that, I felt a sharp pain shooting up my arm and she saw me squirm in pain and didn't believe me, unfortunately. Now, I know that's not true, but at least though, let me wrap it up for you. It'll stop the bleeding and keep the wound clean. She insists on helping out, but I just couldn't physically and mentally let her help out. No! Katie, I'm fine. Really, I say while still trying to deal with the sharp pain this cut is causing. I don't even know how it got there. Ryder, that cut is not fine. I know. Why don't you let me wrap it up? She says, I know there was no way to get out of this one. Fine. I opened up the first aid kit with my good hand and proceeded to clean the wound. Why can't you let me do? Okay, all right. Maybe he want to handle some things on his own, child. I will want to clean my own wound. If I got a cut, I'ma handle it. If you were a good friend, she's being a good friend right now, saying, "Well, I'll do it for you, boo." She didn't say that. Yeah. Y'all drink your water. It's hot nowadays. You don't want to pass out. Why can't you let me do it? Katie says with a curious tone in her voice. Because if I cut myself, then I have to fix it myself. You see what he did there? He rhymed. Something you kids should know how to do. Because if I cut myself, then I have to fix it myself. Right? That does not make any sense. You fix other people's problems selflessly. Now again, why can I do it? Katie says while still whispering, I just cannot let you. I say, it's not that I don't trust her. I just can't tell her the true reason. Fine. But make sure it's wrapped good and sturdy, since you want to have an attitude, Katie says. I will. I say, wrapping up my hand. I finished wrapping it up, and I was surprised at how I didn't notice it while building that tower. Working with all that metal must have cut my hand. I leaned back in the chair while Katie went to go check on the pups with their baths. I always knew Katie was a smart, kind, caring, and also beautiful. But I never expected her to help dress my wound. No one but my mom helps me dress my wound. She walks back to where I am. I was sitting with the pups. We're all clean, Ryder, sir, Chase says. You can all head back. First, I'll catch up. I say to Chase and the others. Alright, what? Sorry. Zuma has a speech impediment, so I'm going to try to do the best. Well, I'm not going to fake that I have a disability. Those of you who have disabilities, you are awesome. You're beautiful people. Alright? Alright, Ryder. Last one says a rotten egg, Zuma shouts while running out of the door. All the pups follow suit, which only leaves me and Katie alone. You're the rotten egg. I just can't. I can't. It just falls out. I don't even know, like, when I make a joke, it just makes me laugh. Why did you stay behind, Ryder? Katie asked. Well, I just wanted to ask you if you wanted to go out with me tonight. Alright, he frisky with it. I say while scratching the back of my head. Ooh, cool. Who's joining? Katie says with a Katie asks with a lit up face. Just the two of us. Is that okay? I asked nervously. That's perfect. Where are we going? That new restaurant that just opened at the edge of the town. Oh yeah, that's a good place. What time are we going? About 8ish. Is that good with you? Yep, that's perfect. See you there. I get back on my ATV and I could not stop smiling the whole way. Why do we always do this every story time? Why do I always jack in my words? Why? Is there a problem? I don't think so. I get back on my ATV. I just could not stop smiling the whole way back home. That's not the first time he said that. It's not. It was my first time asking a girl out. It went so well. I drove back to the lookout quickly to get myself ready for tonight. Well, that was a beautiful recap of Chapter 1, A Regular Day. We're not going to do summaries because they kind of driving my time and it loses my whatever. Chapter 2. Hey, date night. A few hours later, Ryder's POV. I lean on the balcony of the lookout to see the pups playing hide and seek. They pretty much deserve it after working that hard on that radio tower. I look at the horizon and see the beautiful sunset. Then I hear Chase saying something and turns out he found rubble. It just makes me wonder what would have happened to all of us if I didn't rescue them on that fateful day. That's actually a good question. What would I do? Found you, Chase shouts. Oh man, again? Rebel says. Well, that's what happens when you eat 2 bowls of kibble. Oh, oh my gosh. I got a headache. Man, that was brutal. I, I can't. Let me move my fan. That was the best comeback I've heard. Man, he went there. Like, yeah, I'll take you there too. What? Surprised that ain't even raining outside. Woo, it is hot. Woo. Chase says with a smug look. They both laugh. I see Chase continue to search for the other pups. From up here, I can see Marshall digging behind a log. One by one, each pup was found by Chase. After all the pups were found, I noticed that the sun was almost completely gone. I get back inside and start filling their bowls with the usual kibble. Pups, it's dinner time. I call for them. I can hear the pups racing each other towards their bowls. Whoa, watch out! Marshall yells before crashing into all of them. All the pups got up and started eating quickly before the movie started. Then I remembered I haven't told them I'm going to do some things with Katie. Alright, pups, I'm going out with Katie for tonight. I want all of you in bed by 9 o'clock, and Chase is in charge for tonight. I say while putting my classic jacket on that I got right out the dryer. Oh, Ryder's got a date. Marshall says while popping popcorn in his mouth. I blush, which makes them even laugh even harder. Alright, Ryder. See you soon, Zuma says. I take my ATV and drive straight to Katie's. I can't believe we have time to go out together. Wait a minute. Y'all done this before? Okay. Get into it. I'm sorry if I'm not laughing like I normally usually do. Some things are kind of like not laughable, like in a laughing matter. So there's nothing wrong. I just like, sometimes I like talking without laughing. Laughing is good. Some days I just can't laugh at something. So this story's kind of neutral. And when we get back to the other fanfiction story, then I'll probably laugh a little more. Not saying whoever wrote the book is doing a bad job. It's just not enough to make me laugh. It's like a reflection story. I can't believe we finally have time to go out together. It seemed like ages the last time we hung out. The pups are fine at home. The pups are safe at home. Callie's asleep. And there should be no rescues tonight. So I have nothing to worry about now. Katie's POV. I finally managed to get Callie asleep. Wow, it's pretty cold out there. I think I should probably wear my coat. I can't believe we actually get to hang out together since we've been so busy with our jobs and I have school. I took one last look at Callie and I put my coat on and locked the door as I waited for Ryder. Man, I always forget how pretty her eyes are. Those deep blue eyes always remind me of the moon. Of my mom. Oh, I feel like this story it's gonna, in YouTube is gonna go under the Wattpad StoryTime, but this will be in that box. So I'm gonna create a collection of Wattpad StoryTime. So this one will be part 1 of a new one. So this is a Paw Patrol fan fiction because 2 of them, the ones I already have in my playlist get mixed up. So this one's gonna be called Loving You. I'm gonna just say that. It's not an actual title. Like I said, I have no rights to this story, nor the other ones. All rights go to the rightful owner. Man, I always forget how pretty her eyes are. Those deep blue eyes always reminds me of my mom. So y'all might as well grab y'all box of tissues. We're probably going to read a lot today. Probably going to stop at Bottled Up. We'll see. Ready to go? We're going to that new restaurant you talked about, right? Yeah, that's the place. Let me get ready to go. Come on. I don't got time to be sitting here waiting for you. Then off we go, Katie says loudly. The shop is only 10 minutes away, but since Katie likes my ATV so much, I use it. Come on, let's go a little bit faster, she says while giggling. If fast is what you want, then that's what you'll get, I shout while pushing my ATV to the limit. She hugs my chest, which made me blush up to the point where I forget to watch a Ryder the road. She shouted while I was zoning. That was kind of involuntary. Zoning out from the hug she gave me. Oh, wait. Oh, man. I quickly regained control of my ATV and my mind in something else. This one ain't for the babies. A few minutes later, we reached the restaurant. Wow, it's huge. You have a habit of stating the obvious, Ryder. Katie says while in the joking tone. Wait, hold on. Let me read the sentence again. Oh my god. Oh, you did not see that. Don't y'all act like y'all don't be trying to find something in there that just won't go away. And that's what I'm doing. It's normal. All humans do it. You have a habit of stating the obvious, Ryder, Katie says with a joking tone. I actually felt the awkwardness coming out the sentence. What a way to start dinner. We walk up to the counter and ask for a table. Table for two. As we walk there, I can't help but think of my mom. Katie reminds me so much of her. The blue eyes, lovable personality, and just something about her reminds me of something I'd rather forgot. Katie's POV. The lady showed us where our table would be, which would be for the two of us. While we walked there, I noticed the bandage wrapping on Ryder's hand, which had a few blood marks. How's that hand? I asked Ryder while following the lady. It stings a bit, but I heal fast. Don't worry about it, he says while fiddling with the wrapping. We reach our table and the lady handed us menus. Can I get you started on some drinks? I had to do my waitress voice. I'll take the lemonade, Ryder says. Me too, I say to the lady. All right, what about your meals? The waiter asks us. I'll get the pasta. And I'll get the steak. I'll take the steak, Ryder says. Medium well or well done? Okay, I guess it's already medium. Okay, if you know me, I like my steak medium well. If you want to ship me some for my birthday, thank you. I really appreciate it. The lady walked away, which leaves us two finally alone. We should do this more often, Ryder. I say to Ryder, yeah, we should. It's just that we're always busy, Ryder says. Well, I got to handle school and the pet shop, but it isn't as hard to do your job, I say. Well, I know, but from now on, let's enjoy our night tonight, yeah? Ryder says while smiling. I know Ryder is just a friend, and all I really hope Butch doesn't see me hanging out with him. Oh, I'm sensing another relationship problem. If you've seen the last Wattpad StoryTime, you already know how Katie operates. I know Ryder is just a friend and all, but I really hope Butch doesn't see me hanging out with him. I know how jealous he gets when he sees me talking, let alone have dinner with another boy. It's just that there's something Ryder has all the other boys in the school doesn't. He's incredibly smart, courageous. Actually, kind of cute. How's that pasta? He asked. It's actually pretty good. I thought it wasn't good as the food at Mr. Porter's. Wait a minute. I just realized I found out where Ryder wants school. Wait, hold on. Let me read that again. It's actually pretty good. Thought it isn't as good as the food at Mr. Porter's. Wait a minute. I just realized that I never found out where Ryder wants school. I guess there's never a better time than now. Alright. So this chapter was all about them going on a date, just sparking up a conversation. Nothing too much like dialogue wise, just them going out to dinner, them enjoying themselves. Let's move on. Chapter 3. Ignorance is bliss. Ryder's POV. Ryder, where did you go? Where did you go to school before you came to Venture Bay? Katie asked. Hold on. When I heard that question, I felt my heart sank. Why do you ask? I really don't want to burden her with my past. After all, she'd be mad at me if I said something bad about her terrible boyfriend. Oh, you seen him before? Alright. It's just that I've never asked you about your past, and I was really curious, Katie says. I don't want to relive the memories of those years again. All those years in school were nothing but awful memories. Can we talk about this some other time? I don't plan on talking about it some other time, but all I could do was hope she forgets. Oh, okay then. Success. We've both finished our meals. I plan on calling it a night until Katie had other things in mind. Okay. Turn into a date into a star night. I'm sorry, I'm just taking thumbnail photos right now. That is embarrassing. The sky is really starry tonight, and the beach looks so calm and pretty. Let's go for a walk, Ryder, Katie says in an excited tone. I was worried that she would bring that question up again. But since the night was going so far, why not? Sure, Katie. I drive my ATV, my car. I'm going to just say car because it's kind of hard to say ATV. My car near the beach and parked it. We both got off and started walking down the beach. So now that we're basically walking and talking, where did you get school before coming here? Oh, God. She remembered. Don't you hate it when you tell them something? I don't want to talk about this right now. Like, can we move on, move past it? And then they're like, when you get all alone, y'all go somewhere like, so, about that question I asked you earlier, like, come on, like, please, like, let it go. I don't want to talk to you at all. I'm so sorry, Katie, but it's kind of hard to tell. I didn't want to be mean, but I just don't want to talk about it. Oh, come on, please. How do you say this word? Hold on, let me use Google Translate for this one. Now, I know I have a very beautiful vocabulary, but this one ain't one of them. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Google Translate. I'm sorry, y'all. Didn't I just Hold on. I'm sorry I'm switching from two different things. Okay. I'm sorry. I just had to switch between sides. No, I don't want a Facebook share. Go away. Come on, I begrudgingly. I don't know how to pronounce it. We're not going to spend 25 minutes pronouncing this word. I begrudgingly, whatever. I told her, I gave in and told her to meet me at the lookout first thing in the morning. She wanted to know so bad. Why not now? I'm really trying my best. Why not now? I'm really trying my best to stall her down because I said so. I yelled accidentally. She went quiet and looked at me with a face I've never seen before. Her once upbeat smile turned into a sad frown. Okay, Katie says in a soft tone. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. Just meet me tomorrow. I say to her as kindly as I can. We get back to my car. I drop her off back at her place. Thanks for dinner tonight. Thanks for dinner tonight, Ryder. Katie says with a smile. Thanks for joining me. If you can't come tomorrow, then it's fine. I say, still hoping she wouldn't come over. Don't worry, I will, Katie says, winking at me. As I drove home, I cannot help but worry about how she reacts when I tell her my past. She might hate me for talking about it, or she'll actually feel bad for me. I doubt she'll feel bad for me. But that's all I can do now is hope for the best. That's a first. I've never seen Ryder yell like that before. But other than that, tonight was amazing. We had dinner. We walked under the stars. And tomorrow, I'll get to know Ryder's past. He's never told anyone at Adventure Bay what his life was like before this. Oh, that reminds me. I should set an alarm for tomorrow morning. Next day. Cock-a-doodle-doo! I wake up to the sound of my alarm at 7 a.m. I remember the promise Ryder made me late last night. As soon as I woke up, I hesitantly got up and did my normal morning routine. I'm getting a shower, get dressed, have breakfast, feed Callie, the usual stuff. Before I left, I thought about how long this storytelling was going to be and decided that it'll be a great time to return the favor from yesterday. Oh, that's so sweet. On the way to Ryder's place, I stopped by Mr. Porter's to grab some muffins for Ryder. It's already 8:30. I was a bit behind schedule, so I picked up the pace and walked straight to Ryder's place. I reach there and I see the pups are playing already. Katie, the pups yell. Hey, pups. Are those muffins I smell? Rubble says while sniffing the basket I have in my hand. Sorry, Rubble, these are for Ryder, but he might let you all have them if they're left over. You can continue playing. I'm just gonna go meet Ryder at the lookout. I hear the pups howl happily as they return back to their game. I went up to the elevator. Ryder's sitting there on in his green beanbag chair. Katie? He says with a shocked expression. What's wrong? Did you not expect me to be here? I say while crossing my arms. Well, no, I did not expect you to actually come. Oh, it's okay if you don't feel comfortable sharing it. No, it's fine. A promise is a promise. So where do you want me to begin? Ryder says while pulling up another beanbag chair for me. As much as I need to know. And oh, here's some muffins for you. I say to him, thanks. Alright. So in this chapter, we're trying to uncover the dirt from Ryder's past. We're trying to uproot that hurt so the healing can begin. I'm not trying to fix your problems. We just want this fixed, alright? So in this chapter, we're about to bridge into Ryder's life, his story, his upcoming, the blessings. We're going through everything. So, this is when you pause the video right now. Pause the video. Pause it. Go hit the like button because I already know you didn't. I'll wait. You got 3 seconds. 3, 2, one. And I know you ain't subscribed. Go on, do it. And click that notifications bell so you know every time I drop a story. Oh, and new music is coming soon. Just you wait. Alright. Let's really dive into the story. Hold on. Ooh. Alright. Alright. The Past. Part 1. 2 years ago. Ryder's POV. I was 8 years old. My mom was a technician. And my dad didn't have a job. We lived in Foggy Bottom before I moved here. My mom was always caring, loving, and just the best mom I could ever ask for. My dad, on the other hand, if I can sorry, my phone. If I can ever call him that, he was extremely abusive to both of us. I can already feel my tears welling up inside of me. So y'all grab y'all box of tissues. After this paragraph, I have something to say. It's gonna really help someone. I hope it does. I'm just trying to do Naruto hand seals. It's not working, but I'm getting the hang of it. If I can even call him that, he was extremely abusive to both of us. He would beat me if I even did the slightest of mistakes. The physical and mental abuse he caused to me and my mom will never leave my mind. He would call me worthless, and I believed him for all those years. My mom would always try to stop him from hurting me, but she wouldn't be strong enough against him. Whenever anything happens like that, I would hide in my room until I was sure it stopped. Now, if you reach this point of this paragraph, if you feel comfortable to move on, please stay. If you don't feel comfortable with staying to watch, I understand. If any of you kids or adults are in an abusive relationship, wow, I'm about to start crying in a minute, but if you need help, get the help you need. If you want to call the abuse hotline, be in the description above or that I right there. Get help. Don't just sit there in a situation that is hurting you, your family, or your kids. Get help. Let's continue. My mom would teach me things in her free time. She taught me all sorts of things that I will never forget. Her teachings are what possibly made the Paw Patrol possible. But my dad would disapprove of her teachers, saying that they were unnatural and useless. For a kid my age, I always hated my dad for being so antagonistic and cruel towards us. Though if all this didn't happen, the Paw Patrol would never existed. I wish that my mom would still be here to see it. One morning, I woke up to find her gone. Her bags, her stuff, her car, all gone. I found a note next to my bed. My heart dropped. Let's read the note. Ryder, honey, it's Mom. Tried so many times to change your father, but it's been a waste of time. I know it must be hard for you to accept this, but I can't take it no more. I'm leaving you with your dad. I'm sorry. Sincerely, Mom. 5 sentences, that's all she wrote. She wrote 5 sentences and left forever. I remember the emotions going through my head. Anger, sadness, sorrow, betrayal. But the one thing that stood in my mind was the fear of him telling my father. I was scared to death that he would come in my room and with his belt and just start this. I walked into the kitchen and I saw him drinking beer. He asked me, "Boy, where's your mother?" I say, I try saying my sentence with as much confidence I had left inside of me. She left. He walks right up to my face and sees the note in my hand. He pulled the note out of my hand with such force and ripped it in half. "You useless child!" he yells at me. But he's been calling me that for as long as I remember. I don't flinch. He grabs the collar of my shirt and throws me in the corner. At this point, with my mom gone, I know this will be the worst one yet. He takes his belt and did what he did best, beat me. I try my best to protect my head, but he manages to blow one solid hit to the side of my head, causing it to bleed. He sees the blood stop beating. Siri, not a good time. Hold on. Let me try. Let me try reading it again because Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Shut up! But he managed to blow one solid hit to the side of my head, causing it to bleed. He sees the blood, stops beating me, and walks back into the kitchen, leaving me with a new scar. I run to the bathroom trying to fix my wound, mid-crying from the beating I got. After treating the wound, I went back to my room, locked the door, and cried myself to sleep, knowing that the worst day in my life was today. I woke up. Oh, wait, hold on. I woke up suddenly in the middle of my sleep to a loud sound coming from the kitchen. It sounded like glass breaking. I assumed it was my dad. Then I hear him calling out my name. I stood up from my bed and I quickly felt a pain shooting from my head to my body. If I had to hurry, if I wouldn't. I had to hurry if I didn't want him to yell or beat me again. My mom isn't here, so there's no protection. I got out of my room and walked quietly towards the kitchen. I see broken glass, empty beer cans everywhere. That's when I experienced the most traumatizing moment that has ever happened in my life. My dad pinned me up against the wall, the broken glass bottle in his hand, and put it right to my throat. Man. I don't, like, at this point, I don't even know if I should continue with this story. It's so sad because things like this happen every day to kids. And it's sad. I need to stop before it makes me cry. Because I don't like crying because it's like so sad. Like, I don't know. This one ain't for the babies or the children. You're the reason why your mom left. You're okay. You're the reason why your mom left. I just cried. I didn't want to say anything else to him. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Let me try using my crying voice. I'm sorry. Is all that I could say to get out of this alive. He pulled my hair, and we both locked eyes. If you weren't born, she still would have been here. You're the only reason why she left. After saying all of that, he shoved me back into my room and slammed the door. I believed him. I tried going back to sleep, but I couldn't. His words just kept replaying in my head. Would everything be better if I wasn't here? Would she have stayed? If I wasn't here, only I could fill those questions, in those questions. The next morning, I stayed in my room all day. I looked at my wounds and thought, how long would it take for them to heal fully? I was starving. I didn't dare go out of my room. I just go to the kitchen. The thought of just going into the kitchen with that mess last night is terrifying. I can go into the bathroom and a bottle of water was already in my room. So the only problem was food and boredom. I still had my mom's letter, which I taped back together after it ripped. I kept rereading the note just because of how unbelievingly short it is. But what stopped me from doing everything was when I could see my dad's shadow under the door. I thought he wouldn't enter. I thought wrong. Boy, you hungry? He says, opening my door with the key. Um, um yes. I was terrified that he even had a key. I was still scared that this might be his trick. But what choice do I have? Here. He tosses a burger at me, still wrapped up and warm. Then he slams my door shut and walks away. I picked it up. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I read something. I thought I was just I thought I was gonna read something that I probably have to censor out this video because YouTube might demonetize it. But this stuff happens, and YouTube, if you demonetize this video, you know what you're doing? You're stopping one kid from getting saved from an abusive relationship, from an abusive home. One like equals one person getting the help they need. Go like this video right now. Share with your friends. You can screen record this part. Send it to your friends. If they need help, give them the help they need. By you watching this video, you're helping someone's life. Saving them from a thing they can never run away from. Until you show them this video. Alright? I picked it up, unwrapped it, and checked if there was anything inside of it. For all I knew, it had a nail inside. No suspicions, no weird smells, no sharp or deadly objects, and no weird coloration. I was convinced that it was safe and took a large bite. It was already 2 p.m. and it was the first meal I had all day. I still wasn't brave enough to leave my room. He tried to kill me last night. I just sat on my bed and just thinking about how can I make my life better without my parents. But how can I get it better if I'm loved by no one? I rolled on my side trying to get some sleep before school tomorrow. Then it hit me. School. A place just like home, but worse. Wow. This chapter was full of Ryder's first start. His father, his mom, how abusive his father is. And his mom left. And his dad. See, y'all kids better appreciate your parents while they're still here. I know that they do a lot of things. But hey, you gotta stick with them. I'm not gonna try to get all teary-eyed because we didn't come here for that. We came here to read a story. So, let's continue. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter 5, The Past, Part 2. Ryder's POV. Whenever I'm at school, it's just the same thing. Go away. Whenever I'm at school, It's just the same thing, but worse. I was always the outcast in my school. I didn't have friends since everyone thought I was weird. And I was a target at school. The school at the edge of Adventure Bay was the same one Katie still goes to. I stopped going there. I was bullied there a lot, but the worst kid, his name was Butch. Wow. I know I'm not supposed to be smiling, but this is it. If Katie. Oh. If this. If Katie doesn't find out. Oh, wow. We got a story on our hands. Wow. Let's keep reading. About this kid named Butch. Butch. Katie's boyfriend was a school bully. He'd mess with everyone, including teachers, but I was his main target. I was the main target. Um, Stop right there. I was a victim of bullying too. I'm not gonna get into my life story. If you know me, you know what I've been through, and I thank you for supporting me. All right. Butch, Katie's boyfriend, was a school bully. He'd mess with everyone, including teachers, but I was his main target. He'd shove me to the floor, pin me against the lockers, and even attack me for just looking at Katie. I still have those scars from that moment. From those moments. Oddly enough, Katie never knew I existed until I came to Adventure Bay. She didn't know who I was, but I still had a crush on her while I was there. Um, um, she didn't know who I was, but I still had a crush on her while I was there. I mean, which boy hasn't? The school was wait, hold on. The school was the school was the same as everywhere else. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Good kids and bad kids, the usual stuff. But the bullying was more than awful. I can still, I still remember the school day after my mom left. I reached school early and decided to catch up on some homework before the class actually started. I had sat in my class and I feel the pain from my dad's beating shooting through my body and my head. The bandages were wrapped up were still on and could be seen clearly. I did the best thing at hiding it, but it could still be seen partially. One by one, my classmates walked into class, and almost everyone saw the bandages. Not one person asked or made fun of me about the bandages, except one, Butch. Hey, idiot! What's with those bandages? Butch says while walking towards my desk. Wouldn't you like to know? I say, don't be stupid about it. First you get beaten at school, and now you got beaten at home. Pathetic, Butch says. I see his crew walking into class. They surround my desk. I already knew this was the worst part of the day. How? Hold on. How did you? To this day, I still don't know how he found out about my dad beating me. Wouldn't you like to know? Butch says in a sarcastic tone. His crew laughs and follows him to the back of the class. Having my dad beat me is already enough, but having Butch knowing it makes it so much worse. I made sure not to have my emotions get the better of me. After class ended, through the hall as usual and encountered Butch while I was on my way to my locker. "Hey! Here he has arrived!" he shouts, causing an echo in the hall. Immediately, everyone starts staring at him and me. I would love to insult him back, but it will cause a fight. "Ooh, so now he's deaf." I did my best to ignore him while I was going through my locker. He let out a loud whistle and I saw his crew walking towards us. I feel a sense of dread knowing what's happening next. Butch comes up to my locker and slams my locker shut. "So you think you can ignore me, huh?" he says while pushing me back a little. "What do you think?" I say. "You're just a scared little idiot who made his mom leave," he shouted as loud. Almost everyone in the hall heard it, and I was just staring at the both of us. I was mad and shocked. How did he know? Who told him? That's not true," I shouted to his face. He instantly started laughing at me. I was ready to punch his face when someone from the crowd came forward. "Shut your mouth, Butch," a kid named Josh said. I knew him, but never really talked to him before, so it was surprising seeing him stand up for me. "What are you, his boyfriend? Mind your own business," Butch says while grabbing the collar of my shirt. "Are you stupid? He said leave Ryder alone." Now another kid came to the crowd. A girl. I actually didn't realize. "Sheesh, fine, whatever." He lets go of my shirts and bumps into my shoulder while walking away. His crew follows suit, still whispering insults behind my back. "Hey, are you alright?" John says, walking towards me. "Yeah, thanks for helping me back there." I muttered, still in shock about Butch knowing about my mom. That was nothing really. "Oh, this is my friend Emma." He points to the girl they call the boy Butch stupid. "Thanks, Emma. So why did you both help me?" "Well, I saw John stand up for you, and I thought, why not? Wouldn't you want to know?" Why do I keep messing up my words? "Well, I saw John stand up for you, and I thought, why not, she says. I saw them both blush for a second. "Wait a minute, y'all two go together?" "No!" they both say at the same time, causing me to laugh. Okay. Man, I think we're gonna be late." We started walking towards our classes, and then we went our separate ways. They might possibly be the nicest students I've ever met, I thought to myself. I entered my class and sat in my assigned seat. Oh, ugh. I'm sorry. I'm just yawning a lot. I entered class and sat in my assigned seat. Then I saw Butch enter the class without his crew. He passed me a photo and placed it on my desk. It was a class picture with me edited out of it with the words that says "No degenerates allowed." I stood up, walked right up to him, and gave him back the photo. "It's not allowed, not allowed." I say it loudly so even our teacher could hear. After that, everyone started laughing. I saw his face get red. He stood up from his seat and grabbed me by the collar and whispered, "You're dead." My teacher, Mrs. Robinson, saw the entire thing and yelled at Butch to let me go. He obviously lets me go, but gives me a death stare walking away. I thanked her and continued on with the entire day of school without anything uneventful happening, or so I thought. Now, here's one thing I seem to not understand. Why do you teachers, if you're a teacher and you witness this happen, what is saying putting them down gonna do? Call someone, send them to the office. Don't let this cycle keep repeating every single day. That's why children don't want to talk to the teachers and the principals that they're getting abused at home or a school bully is bothering them. Because all you say is, well, stop. You just tell the bully to stop. Stop is not doing anything. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not good enough anymore. Kids need actual help. Man, I'm trying to help. I really am. Drink some water. Ugh. Or so I thought. The school day ended and I walk home alone as usual. On the way home, I would usually walk past a dark alleyway that was just filled with trash. Oh, wait, hold on. As I walked by that alleyway, an arm wrapped around my neck and dragged me into the alley. As I was being dragged in, I saw 8 kids around my height surrounding me. The person that dragged me let go of my neck and punched me straight in the gut. I dropped to the floor, trying to catch my breath. I looked up at the group and saw Butch's face staring me down. What are you? Before I could finish my sentence, one of his friends kicked me on the chest. As I was laying on the ground, I felt the worst chest pain in my life. I watched them huddle in a circle. After a minute, they laughed and walked towards me. I tried crawling away, but I still couldn't catch my breath. And this short moment in my life will scar me for. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me read it. And at this short moment in my life will forever scar my mind and my body. This surrounded me and began kicking me and punching me everywhere in my body. My legs, my arm, my stomach were all hit, but thankfully not in my important parts. You better be glad. Praise God for that one. I couldn't take them all on, so I just protected my head and anything I could. I felt a trash can fall into my legs, but I couldn't do anything about it. They stopped after a good minute of beating me. I tried defending myself, but I wasn't strong enough and I was outnumbered. I saw Butch walk towards me and kicked my forehead, causing me to scream in pain. I felt something warm flowing down. I touched my head to see what it was. Blood. A lot of blood. Wow. This is sad. Look, kids, if you watching this, if you're a teenager and you going through this, I'm here for you. If you need me, put it down in the comments. We can have a conversation. Because I've been through bullying. Not this degree. I've been bullied at how I am. People called me gay. Called me stupid. An idiot. Ignorant. But I'm not none of those things. And I'm not gonna jump. That's a thing for another video. But if you're in this situation, get help. Alright? I love y'all. Y'all know I do. Once they saw the blood pouring out, they got on their bikes and sped off. I struggled to get up, but once I limped towards my house, still trying to hold back tears and stop the bleeding. I reached there, and thank goodness my dad wasn't there. I immediately went into my room and took a first aid kit from my drawer and started treating the serious ones first. I stopped after cleaning my bloody head injury. I took off my shirt and looked at the damage done. My bandages were soaked in blood. After I opened my bandages, there were so many bruises and small cuts that were already bleeding. I did the best thing, but I still felt the pain. I lay down on my bed, wrapping up the bandages and ice pack on my wounds, and tears still in my eyes. What did I do? Why me? How am I different? I was confused, sad, and just defeated. So now we figure out how Ryder won't let Katie wrap his bandages. He feels that he has to do it himself because it hurts him. That's mental trauma. And that's another thing we call PTSD. A lot of Army soldiers, we salute you. Thank you for what you do for our country. They go through PTSD because it's still like things trigger them. Like there is flight, or fight, whatever, flight or fight, and it just hurts them. You know what? We're just gonna move to the next chapter. We figure out this boy Butch, Katie's boyfriend, has been abusing Ryder all throughout school, and Ryder can't do anything. Let's move on. The past, part 3. 2, 4, 6. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So in this chapter, I've in this chapter we find the first pup, Chase. How we found him and how Butch tries to just keep it going, kickstarting it, hurting Ryder mentally, physically, hurting the dog. It's just so much. So we learn that we find Chase and Ryder's getting abused. Both of them is getting abused by Butch and his crew. That's about it for the chapter 3. Let's move to chapter 4. So today we're gonna stop there. I know this was probably a short video. I don't know how long this video is. But thank you for watching. Thank you for taking your time out to listen. If you need help, get the help. Alright? Love y'all. God loves you. Y'all know I love you. Talk to people. Don't sit there in that situation. Alright? I'm out.